guys, welcome back again. So in this particular lesson, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to read these measuring instruments. All right. Now there are two particular measuring instruments that JAMB or WAEC or any other exam body will want you to read, and that is Vernier caliper, which is the one you can see right here, and another one called micrometer screw gauge, which we are still going to handle in this particular video. So right now we are going to learn how to read a Vernier caliper, and then after that we also look at how to read the micrometer screw gauge. Okay, so let's go ahead with the Vernier caliper. Now this diagram you can see right here is actually the diagram of a Vernier caliper. So when you see a Vernier caliper in the exam hall, it will definitely look like this. Okay, it's going to be something that looks like this. Now the Vernier caliper has two scales. This particular one is called the Vernier scale. Meanwhile, this other one here is called the main scale. Okay, so this longer one is the main scale. This shorter one attached at the bottom is the Vernier scale. Okay, so these are the two scales in a Vernier caliper. Alright, so we are going to look at how to read this Vernier caliper. Now, when you want to read the Vernier caliper, the first thing you read is the main scale. And when you are done reading the main scale, you read the Vernier scale, and then you add the two of them together to get your final reading. Okay, so the place where students usually have issues is that they don't know how to read the main scale, and they don't know how to read the Vernier scale. Because if they are able to read the main scale and the Vernier scale, definitely adding both will not be an issue. Okay, adding the two answers will not be an issue to get the final reading. So how do you read the main scale? Now, when you want to read the Vernier caliper, your very first assignment is to look for the zero mark of the Vernier scale. Okay, the zero mark of the Vernier scale. Now, this is the Vernier scale. You can see different lines here, different lines. You can see all of them. Okay, each of them has a number attached. All right, but this one you can see that 3 is attached to it. So with your common sense, JAMB expects you to know that this should be 2 and this should be 1. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So of course this will be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so this is 1. Definitely this edge is 0. Okay, so take note, if this first mark on the Vernier scale is 1, then you will take this edge as your 0. But if here is 0, then you take it as 0. Okay, like in this case now, you can see that here is 1, so this is going to be the 0 mark. Alright, now that you have located the 0 mark on the Vernier scale, how will that even help us? The main scale reading is the graduation immediately before the 0 mark of the Vernier scale. Okay, you can see different markings on the main scale, both long and short. You can see all of them. Now you look for the line that appears immediately before this 0 mark here. This is 0 mark, okay? So if you observe which line comes immediately, if you are standing on this side, reading to that side, which of the line comes immediately before this mark? Of course, it is this guy. Okay, this is the mark immediately before this 0 mark. Okay, this other longer one here, bearing theory, is coming after the 0 mark. So that's our target. Our target is the one immediately before the 0 mark. Okay, now this is the one before the 0 mark of the Vernier scale. So what is the value here? You can see that this one is 3, this is 4. So definitely this is 3.5. So it means that this is 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5, 3.6, 3.7, 3.8. Sorry, there has to be another short line. Let's say there is another short line here. Let me put another line here. Okay, so that would be 3.5, 3.6, 3.7, 3.8, 3.9, 4.0. Okay, so this is for the main scale. So if this is 30, definitely this should be 2.9, 2.8, 2.7, and so on. Okay, so it means that this particular one before the 0 mark is 2.9. So our main scale reading is going to be 2.9. Alright, now the Vernier scale reading, you look for all those marks, the one that directly coincide with another mark on the main scale. Okay, so if you check this one, it does not directly coincide with any mark up there. Check. But if you observe this guy, this particular mark here, okay, this guy, you see that it directly coincides with this one up here. Okay, so the one that's from the bottom exactly coincides or exactly meets another line in the main scale is the Vernier scale reading. Okay, so if here is 3, here must be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the 8th line, that is the number 8, meets with another line on the main scale. So the Vernier scale reading is going to be 8. Now, whenever you take your Vernier scale reading, you divide by 100. Please, always do that. That will give you 0.08. Then final reading becomes this plus this. Okay, that's 2.9 plus 0.08. That will not give you 2.98. Alright, in millimeters. So this is how to read the Vernier caliper. Let's take another example. This is another example right here on the board. Okay, so let's take the reading. Let's start with the main scale. Okay, remember that before you take the main scale reading, you must know the 0 mark of the Vernier scale. Now this is 5. Of course, this is 5. Then this must be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this must be 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So this guy is the 0 mark. Okay? So since that's the 0 mark, we'll take this as a 0 mark. No longer this edge. It is only if here is 1. You count it and it is 1. So you assume that this is the 0 mark. But if you count downward and you see that it is 0, please take it as your 0 mark. Okay, now that we have the 0 mark, what is the line up here that appears immediately before these 0 markings? So if you check out the lines up here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this first one, you see that this fourth one appears immediately before this guy, and then this one appears immediately after it. Okay, immediately before, this is the line, then immediately after. So this is our target. Our target is to look for the line. Okay, the line on the main scale, the graduation. Okay, these are called graduation. Okay, so our mission is to look for the line on the main scale that appears immediately before the 0 mark of the Vernier scale. Okay, so this is the one immediately before the 0 mark. So what is the value here? Of course, you can see 2 here, you can see 3. And your common sense should tell you that this one and the middle should be 2.5. So that your same common sense should tell you that if this is 2.5, then this must be 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, 2.8, 2.9, 3.0. Okay, so it means that this line immediately before the 0 mark is 2.3. Alright, so main scale reading is equal to 2.3. Now, for the Vernier scale reading, we'll look for the line that exactly coincides with another one on top. So if you check, you see that this guy is the one. Okay, this guy exactly joined another one on top. So this is the Vernier scale reading. Okay, now if here is 5, yes, for here is 3. So Vernier scale reading is equal to 3. Okay, Vernier scale reading is equal to 3. I'm going to divide by 100. Remember to always do that. That will give 0.03. So final reading will now be 2.3 plus 0.03. So this will give me a final answer of 2.33 as my answer. Alright, it is that easy. Alright, very, very easy. Now we'll go over to the micrometer screw gauge. Okay, let's go over to the micrometer screw gauge. This is a micrometer screw gauge. Okay, this is a micrometer screw gauge, and I'm going to be teaching you guys how to actually read this micrometer screw gauge. But before that, let me be quick to let you know that there are also 2 scales here. This one is called the thimble scale, and this one is called the sleeve scale. Okay, so thimble scale and then sleeve scale. Alright, now this sleeve scale is like the main scale in a Vernier caliper, and this thimble scale is just like the Vernier scale in a Vernier caliper. Okay, so when you take the reading of the sleeve scale, you also take the reading of the thimble scale and then you add together. Okay, so how do you read the sleeve scale? For the sleeve scale, anytime you move from one line to another, you are moving with 0.5. Okay, these guys, the interval between them is 0.5. Alright, so if this is 0, then this is 0.5, this is 1, this is 1.5, this is 2, and then there's another one to be 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5. That's how it keeps on moving. Okay, so you count until the last line you can see. So this is 0, 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2. Okay, so the last one here is 2. So it means that the sleeve scale reading, let's say the sleeve scale reading is 2. Alright, now for the thimble scale, you can see different lines here. Okay, you look for the one that exactly coincides with this horizontal line. You can see this horizontal line here. Good. Now you can see that it exactly coincides with another line on this other side. So this line, you have to track the graduation. That becomes the thimble scale reading. So if this first one here is 20, this is 21, this is 22, 23, 24, 25. So 24 is the one we are working with. So thimble scale reading, let's say thimble scale reading is 24. Divide it by 100 to just what you do for Vernier scale. So that will give you 0.24. Okay, now you can add 2 of them together to get the final reading. So final reading becomes 2 plus 0.24. So this will give me a total of 2.24 millimeters. Okay, please take note of the units is millimeters. Okay, for Vernier caliper, I think I was using millimeters at the time. If I was using millimeter, please you can change it. It's not millimeters. For Vernier caliper, it is centimeters. The answer is always in centimeter, and make sure it is in 2 decimal places like this one. Okay, and it should be in centimeters. Meanwhile, for micrometer screw gauge, it should be in millimeters. Okay, Vernier caliper centimeter, micrometer screw gauge millimeters. Very, very important. Now let's go over to the next question. Right here is another diagram of a micrometer screw gauge. So let's go ahead and take the readings. All right. Now this 0, of course, I told you that every line you move is 0.5. So this 0, This is 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5. So the sleeve scale reading is equal to 4.5. Alright, now let's take the thimble scale reading. This is 16, this is 21, this is 25. So your common sense should tell you that if this line is 16, then this will be 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Alright, so if you count that way, you notice that the line that exactly coincides with this horizontal line is actually this number 20. Okay, you can see that it's a straight line with the horizontal line here. Okay, so it means that your thimble scale reading, is going to be 20. Okay, so divided by 20, not 2.0. Divided by 100 for me, this will give me 0.20. Alright, so the final reading will now be 4.5 plus 0.20. So this will now give me a total of 4.70. Alright, don't just have 4.7, you must put the 0 because there must be two values behind the decimal point, then millimeters. So in this way, I've successfully read the micrometer screw gauge. Okay, so this is how to read the micrometer screw gauge. Okay, so these have come to the end of this lesson. You can go and start trying out your questions, your past questions, and any other past question you can find. And I believe from now everything will become smooth and easy if you have been finding it difficult with this particular topic. Alright, so we have come to the end of this video. See you in our next class. If you are new to this channel, if you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe and also hit the like button. While if you are watching on TikTok, do follow our page and also do well to like this video. And if you have any question, drop it in the comment section. If you want another topic, maybe you're having a difficulty in a particular topic and you want us to do that here in the video class, you can also drop it on the comment section and then I will attend to it. Okay, see you in our next class. Bye.